Hello world and welcome to the Fonz's office. Today's Fight Night 12 fight card review is brought to you by CBD Man CBD Oil. CBD Man, natural options with Alex Leckie, is the man for you to contact for all of your CBD inquiries, as well as, in my opinion, the best source in all of Canada for you to get your CBD oil from. On January 25th, 2020, Fight Night Corporation will invade the NMAX Center in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, when they host Fight Night 12. This event will have a fair mix of mixed martial arts, kickboxing, as well as bare knuckle boxing. There is currently 9 fights scheduled for this fight card, and we're going to open up the event with the amateur women's MMA debut in the strawweight division of Melanie Hansen, as she takes on Amy Liszewski, who now sits at 1-0. These two are going to put on one hell of a show and are the opening bout of Fight Night 12. Next, we will move to the amateur middleweight division, where 0-1 Christopher Bryan squares off against 0-1 Joshua Hopkins. Both of these gentlemen are looking for their first victory, and one of them is going to succeed on Saturday night. Now we move on to the amateur lightweight division, where 2 undefeated fighters will look to continue their undefeated streak. Nick Matthews versus Caden Boyce. We now move to the amateur welterweight division, where Adam Zekri at 1-0 will square off against my man Derek Kosa in the amateur welterweight division. This is scheduled to be Mr. Kosa's final amateur fight, and we look forward to seeing how his pro debut goes later on in the year. But first, he's got a hell of a challenge in front of him with Adam Zekri, and you will not want to miss this fight. You will not want to miss this fight card. Go get your tickets today or use the Fight TV app and order the event. Register using my super code Q056GYJ. That would be super awesome. You will get $10 free credit, and I'll get $5 into my account as well. We're going to move on to the next fight, which will be a pro kickboxing title bout between Chester Flores and Cody Jerome. We now move on to a pro featherweight bout between Lucas Neufeld at 4-1 versus Cleve Bentley at 2-3. We will now move on to the pro women's bantamweight division, where we got a super short notice fill-in, and it's by a woman who's gonna make her pro debut. Elizabeth Schroeder will step onto the Fight Night combat surface to square off against undefeated Melissa Scare Croden. We now move on to the co-main event of the evening. It's that pro bare-knuckle boxing bout I was telling you about. It's gonna go down between Gilberto Aguilar and Florin Lupu. We now move on to the new main event of the evening. We lost the Shaolin bout, unfortunately due to injury, but I'm telling you, this new main event is just as super awesome. Action Man Chris Curtis is coming back to the Fight Night combat surface. He's putting his welterweight strap on the line against the man known as Darren Smith Jr. Darren Smith Jr. already has 30 pro fights. Action Man has 29 pro fights. This here is one hell of a main event. My toque, as you see, is off for the gentleman at Fight Night Corporation out there in Alberta, Canada. And in Winnipeg, Mr. Keith Guy, you, my man, are one hell of a matchmaker. And you and Tom Fiddler are a super match made in heaven because Fight Night Corporation, Fight Night by Zed Promotions, and the Canadian Bare Knuckle Boxing, boy oh boy, you guys got one hell of a promotion and you're doing super good things for these fighters here in Canada, as well as the fighters you bring in from around the world. I am the super fan and I'm signing out on behalf of CBD Man CBD Oil. We're signing out from the Fonz's office. Go get your tickets for Fight Night 12. Don't delay. Order today on the Fight Night app.